welcome back to the YouTube channel. For those of you who are new, I'm Angela.
I'm Milos.
And we are the church family back again, another new week with another new video. Super excited to be here. Okay, so as usual, we want to say thank you so much, guys.
Thank you guys so much.
Yes, for always logging in. You guys have shown us so much support, and it's so humbling. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for always, watching us, logging on, subscribing, liking, commenting. We really appreciate you guys a lot. Hvala. Yeah, so you guys, before we get into the topic of today, I just want to share today that I might be very disturbed because today Serbia was playing with Kenya and Kenya lost because Serbia literally whooped our asses in volleyball.
Ladies volleyball, yeah.
Yeah, so just in case you see me zoning out a little bit, I'm reminiscing about this, okay? Alright, so you guys, let's get right into the topic. Last week we talked about long distance relationship because we were in long distance relationship until recently. However, this week we are talking about the sacrifices we had to do. Actually, probably there are a lot, but we probably talk about one or two, which were like the major sacrifices that we had to do, and mostly especially because, as we all know, 2020 was a crazy year because of Corona and everything, so a lot of things happened. And above it all, we as a couple, we as a church, we had to sacrifice a lot of things to be here actually today together, right?
Exactly, yeah.
Great, so without further ado, let's get right into it, right, love?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so do you want to start? Because I feel like on this topic, we both sacrificed, but there was one person who did a little bit more than the other, and I really do appreciate that. We do not measure who does a bigger sacrifice or who does a smaller sacrifice, but I like to appreciate when somebody does something for me or the other way around. So Milos today is going to be telling us his part of the story of something that he feels that he has sacrificed for us to be here today.
Yeah, okay, like you said, I would like to say, guys, that both of us we are like in the same story. There is no like more or less sacrifice. Obviously we are together in this story, and I never say that I'm more sacrificed than you or opposite. You are more sacrificed than me. Yeah. But obviously, yes, when this all COVID situation happened, and we decided actually let's talk about this. We're gonna say, the guys, that you stay without job actually in Qatar, yeah?
Yes. So you guys, I was working in Qatar in an airline company, and I had just moved departments. I had just moved to cabin crew, so I was just about to finish my training. However, COVID hit when I was just like, I think, a couple of weeks before I graduated.
Yes.
So
you actually got promoted.
Yes. So during this time, everything was came to a halt. There was no training. There was nothing. We were just at home. And we were all thinking things would get better, before they get worse. So what happened is things got worse, actually. They didn't get better. So I got redundant letters. So I was let go from the company. They were doing last come, first out. So I had been in the company for almost like 3 years, actually 3 years. But because I had just changed department and I was in something new, that's why I probably got a cut, or it was just heaven sent, I don't really know. So I did lose my job because of COVID. However, Michaela here did not lose his job. But
yeah, like, let's continue the story. So we guys talk even like before this whole big thing happened. When COVID started, both of us, we were still working, and we just realized that situation is gonna be very serious about all these things. and let's say we predict the things in front, what's gonna happen, then we was talking about this, what we gonna do actually if these things is happen like it happened. We didn't know who gonna stay without job, me or Angela,
Yes.
but
It was unpredictable
yeah.
who would stay, who would not. But I was in Qatar, he was in UAE, different
Yes,
companies,
yes,
different
yes.
job profiles and everything.
But somehow she knows that it's gonna happen for her, For me, I don't know, I would not say I was scared, because I was working in a pretty good company, strong company. I mean, her company is very strong, but it's much huge company than mine, and there was a lot of people stay without job in her company. Then we just talk about this in front, and we just decided, she asked me actually what we're gonna do if I stay without job. Then I say, of course I'm gonna quit for my job. You remember?
Yes.
Then she told me, she asked me,
no, you can't do that.
yeah, she asked me, are you sure that you can do this, for why you're gonna quit your job? I say, of course, we're supposed to be together, yeah, especially we got married and we separate each other. She goes in Qatar, I'm in UAE, we already, and before this corona happened, I supposed to go in Qatar for 2-3 days. I was avoid closing the Qatar and everything. So imagine if I goes to Qatar, I would stay there close, and anyhow I'm gonna lose my job if I'm close there. It's gonna be much worse. Then without any thinking, I decided I'm gonna quit my job definitely. If she stay without job, then we was trying to see which was the best option for two of us, where we gonna go in this case, Then we was trying first to go in Nairobi in Kenya.
Yes, so the thing is, for me to come to Serbia, Kenyans need visa to enter Serbia. However, Serbians do not need visa to enter Kenya. But now the trick was that Nikada could not, since he resigned from work, he had to give, of course, notice, and he couldn't leave Abu Dhabi to Nairobi because Nairobi border was closed for any tourists. So the only thing that he could do is, because he had resigned, he had to come back home. Now, because I was coming from Qatar, I was allowed to enter Serbia without any problem, because Qatar was like a green zone. Sorry, guys. So there was really not that much option, because we'd already spoke about how we're gonna, at some point we're gonna have to leave. One person's gonna have to leave one country, and we're gonna be in one country together. So when COVID happened and I lost my job and Michele said he's gonna resign, then we decided, okay, since Kenya is a no-go zone, let's come to Serbia. Of course, I had to apply for a visa, which was super nerve-wracking because it was during Corona time, and there were all these questions. Why do you want to go there? Okay, so you are there. Are you sure? Can I see your paperwork? And they had to attest it. And
it was so stressful, guys, for us, all this situation.
And my company was pushing me to go to Nairobi, even though I told them that I do have a home here. And it was really so stressful that I had lost my job. And now they wanted me to go to some place where I didn't want to go, and my husband was coming in Serbia, so it was just so stressful. He was in Abu Dhabi, I was in Qatar. The connection was always not that good, so it was just a really horrible time for me.
But the main point, let's tell the guys, the main point was that her visa is already expired, and she's supposed to renew her visa. And this renewing visa would happen, unfortunately, in this COVID time.
Yes.
And this was the biggest problem. We already applied and we was waiting the renewing visa. From other side, they pushing you from your company to go to Nairobi.
Because my
actually, you didn't have a proof that that you have visa for Serbia, and they was pushing you in Nairobi, how I remember.
My visa was expiring I think a week or two before the borders opened for Serbia.
Yes.
And Kenya was still closed, but they both opened at the same time. But I cannot come with a visa that is 1 week to expire. You need a longer visa, so I had to take it to the embassy for them to expand it for me. And they kept taking me back and forth, and my company kept pressuring me, you know, everybody was calling me, you need to go home, you need to go home, there is a flight, but I'm like, I have a home, but you guys are sending me to my second home because I'm already married, you know, my husband is waiting for me. Anyway, everything after all this drama turned out to the best. I finally got the visa.
Flight, yeah?
Yes, I finally got the visa. I came here, I think five, 7 days before Michaela came in.
Yes.
But this is like the super,
even my
super
flight,
last.
sorry, because even my flight was delayed for 1 week. So they moved my flight.
Yes.
It was like a lot of drama was happening, you know, in our case in this moment because of COVID and everything. And you remember when you was coming 1 week before, you're supposed to have PCR test.
Yes.
Then the next week they say you
okay.
don't need anything.
Yes.
No PCR, no nothing, no quarantine, no nothing. You know, we was in one moment we was shocked. Then in another moment you are super happy. You don't need anything, you know. So we were just, I mean, me for myself, I would just wait when she gonna take the flight to Serbia and she gonna tell me, okay, I'm in Serbia, you know, like, it was so big stress.
Imagine it, and you imagine now I was running into a foreign country alone. My husband is not there, and I had to carry all this stuff because I had been in Qatar for 3 years, so I had a lot of things. You know, I was carrying a lot of things. So it's Corona time, you know, and people are being taken back. If they take me back to Qatar, I cannot go back to Qatar because I do not have any residence permit. So it means that they have to take me to Nairobi. If they take me to Nairobi, I do not have a problem with that. But just when will I see my husband again? Because the borders are closing, you know. So it was really, really not a very good time. However, because of Michaela's sacrifice, that he left his job so that we can be here together. I wouldn't really mind if he'd stayed at home at work, but I really appreciated that he was willing to do this for us. So he came here, and you know, we finally were together since forever. We're always we always meet for 2 weeks, 1 week,
maximum,
and then we go
one month,
maximum was 1 month during our wedding. That was the longest we'd actually stayed together. So this actually is the first time that we've been together for the longest time. So it's like our first, we are still on honeymoon stage or something, you know, getting to know each other and everything. But because of his sacrifice, we were able to do that. So I would say Corona affected us positively and negatively. I lost my job, that was the negative part. But positively, we got to be together in one place, and you know, of course, we are looking for something to do, blah blah blah. But it's much easier now because we're together.
Yes.
So I feel like it was like I don't want you to understand me wrong, but it was like a blessing in disguise because we got to know each other, we got to be together because of COVID. We got to be here in the same country.
I remember,
together.
I must tell also this, that I can still remember that, you know, people was so unhappy, you know, people are losing jobs and all these things in this moment. It's in this moment you remember when we say to each other, are we okay, are we normal? Because we were so happy, you know, that we're gonna be finally together.
Yes, I was so happy.
And on the other side, we lost jobs. I mean, I quit from job, she stayed without job. But somehow we were so happy and thankful to God because He put us together in one place. Finally, you know, that's why. I don't know, I mean, in one moment really it was so like funny, we was laughing, we was happy. And on another side, you saw people was unhappy, so sad, you know, losing the jobs and all these things. So I don't know. Maybe it's a destiny, you know.
Yes, but you know, guys, that's why I'm saying sometimes when you feel like everything is like crumbling down on you, always look for something. There is always something
you need to be positive always.
Happening in your life. We were struggling because before Corona we hadn't seen each other for 7 months, and it was really bad. Like it was so bad because we were on phone. Sometimes the network was not so good. Sometimes the shifts were crazy because, you know, people were rushing to go I don't know where. So
especially because mostly application was locked in Middle East. So we cannot even like call each other normally, you know. Sometimes it's working, sometimes it's not. It was so
It took us 7 months to realize that, you know, we needed just to leave, and Corona was like, you know, pushed the button on me. I lost the job and Michaela sacrificed, but it was a worth sacrifice. And I feel like all couples, no matter interracial or normal couples, I mean, by normal I mean from the same race, I feel like sometimes it's very necessary to sacrifice something for each other, because without sacrifices, you will not really go, you know, one step ahead or something, know what you guys are worth to each other. So I feel like it's a really necessary thing to do, not to sacrifice all the time, you know, but if it's something that benefits both of you. And I don't also advocate for people who allow one party to be the one to sacrifice the whole time. You know, you got to take chances.
Both of you need to sacrifice
you got to
to each
take
other.
chances. Yes. So guys, we really did want to talk too much, although we did 15 minutes or more, but we do we do appreciate you hanging out until the end. And we just really wanted to just brush up about this, because we did our previous video for long distance relationship, and I felt like
somehow we always touch this topic, but not completely like now. That's why we decided to.
We felt like we really need to just, you know, talk about it and put it here, because these are the things that, this is, you know, why we wanted to do this channel, because of all this, just to share our story. It might inspire somebody else might hear this, and they might, you know, they might just take one step back and say, okay, if one door is closed, another a window will be open. So do not worry about that. So guys, I really did hope you enjoyed our video. I hope we were audible enough. Today we did not get to go outside because it's super hot. Mnogo vrućina. Super mnogo vrućina. Mnogo vrućina means too much hot.
Too much hot.
So too much heat, too much humidity. I don't know. So we just decided to stay at home and just do this quick video. So thank you guys for hanging out until the end of the video.
Thank you guys.
Thank you for, you know, all the love and support. We hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, guys. And do not forget to subscribe if you're new here. If we just happened to appear on your suggestion, yay! Watch till the end. Give us a like. Oh my God, we are so excited for you guys. We have something really important coming, but we're not going to share now. So just hang around, okay? Consider staying, okay?
So until next Friday, guys. We will see each other next Friday. See you.
See you guys.
Love you.
Bye.